Good evening and welcome to the Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas G. Viewers, the spotlight is once again on the legal tussle involving the Shahi Jama Masjid in Uttar Pradesh's Sambhal. The Allahabad High Court has ordered the cleaning of the mosque premises, but the mosque committee's plea for whitewashing has been turned down. The court order comes on a mosque committee plea seeking whitewashing of the interiors ahead of Ramzan. ASI, on the court's order, conducted an inspection today and told the High Court that there is no urgent need for repainting and that the mosque is in good shape. However, the ASI report also flags several alterations to the historic structure. It says that the Masjid Committee has undertaken several works of repair and renovation in the mosque, resulting in addition as well as alteration of the historic structure. In fact, let's take a quick look at some of the findings that have been mentioned in ASI's report submitted. Now, this is what they are talking about: several repairs as well as renovations carried out by the mosque committee. This is finding number one. Finding number two: the historical structure has been altered, is what ASI is saying. They also say that the floor has been replaced with tiles as well as stones, and perhaps these pictures indicate that as well. They also go on to say that the interiors have been painted with thick enamel paint. This is finding number 4. Finding 5 is that gold, red, green and yellow paint has been used on the interiors of the mosque structure. Enamel paint has covered the original surface of the interiors, which means that it's perhaps hard to say what lies underneath this particular enamel paint as well. Let's quickly take a look at what Vishnu Shankar Jain, one of the lawyers who has been a petitioner in this particular case, has had to say in reaction to the ASI report.
देखिए, रंगाई पोताई बहाना है, मंदिर के सबूत वहां पे मिटाना है। ये इस पूरी एप्लीकेशन का निचोड़ है। वहां पे एएसआई ने भी आज अपनी रिपोर्ट में यही कहा है कि यहाँ पे इस समय रंगाई पोताई की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है। तो सिर्फ रंगाई पोताई एक बहाना था। मेन था कि वहां पे जो मंदिर के अवशेष उभर के सामने आएंगे उसको कैसे भी करके छुपाया जा सके। और मुझे लगता है कि इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट ने अभी उस पर कोई आदेश पारित नहीं किया है और 4 मार्च को उसकी अगली सुनवाई लगाई है, जिसमें मस्जिद कमेटी के वकील साहब को ये उन्होंने लिबर्टी दी है कि वो एसआई की रिपोर्ट के विरुद्ध अपना ऑब्जेक्शन फाइल करें और अगली सुनवाई इसमें इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट में 4 मार्च को होनी है।
All right, Priyank is joining us live from the mosque there in Sambhal. Priyank, very clearly, while in fact the ASI has submitted its report, you have Vishnu Jain saying that this is just an excuse. The idea is to cover up the original designs and motifs that existed in the structure with this enamel paint. What's the reaction of the mosque committee to this?
See, Madhav, the mosque committee is saying that they have to still go through the order copy because they would like to reply and file the objections on the next date of hearing, which is of Tuesday. But quite clearly, if you can see, we are on a high altitude from where we can show you the mosque, and I'll explain that why these pointers are very much important. We are talking about the property which should have gone in the hand of ASI. This is the Sambhal mosque, and if you can just see behind it, there are big iron structures which has been constructed here, which is certainly not allowed in any of the structure, which need to be done. These are the very important pictures which we are bringing for the viewers, and if we can just zoom out and show you right next to the tree, which is called as a very holy tree, there are structures and people who were previous Maulvis of this mosque. They have also been buried here, which is certainly not allowed. While talking about other constructions of what ASI report has also been talking about the gate, because this gate is certainly something which was depicting the kind of Hindu archaeological structure which should have been there, which has also been painted. So this is what the Hindu side has also been playing before the court, and the court has also come out and said that the ASI report is very important. That's why there is no need for further renovation. All that can happen before Ramzan is to clean this particular area. So from the top view, you can clearly see, because these are the pictures which
all right, those are the allegations. In fact, there are several findings of the ASI as well. The court at the moment appears to have in fact accepted them, is what it appears from what the court has said. Thanks so much for that ground report there, Priyank. Let's take a quick look at some of the reactions coming in from different political parties after the court proceedings.
मामले में जो
पूरे प्रकरण में जो भी माननीय न्यायालय निर्णय देगा हम सब उसका सम्मान करेंगे, उसी के अनुसार काम करेंगे। हर स्थिति में न्यायालय के निर्णय का सम्मान करते हुए आगे बढ़ेंगे।
जब उसकी मॉनिटरिंग और उस पर न्यायालय उस पर निगरानी कर रहा है तो निर्णय आने दीजिए, और जो निर्णय न्यायालय करेगा हमें अपनी न्यायपालिका पर पूरा भरोसा है।
All right, let's take it across to our guest now. Joining us with us is Sharad Trivedi, BJP spokesperson. Also joining us is Sriraj Nair, VHP's national spokesperson. With us is Asif Ansari, political analyst. Kapish Srivastava, Samajwadi Party spokesperson, is also with us. Let me start with you first. Asif Ansari, the court very clearly has said that as far as this particular structure is concerned, at the moment there's only need for cleaning. There is no need for painting. Clearly, the allegation coming in from Vishnu Jain and others is that this painting is nothing but an attempt to conceal what is there below the particular paint, which of course is a reference to what they have been claiming, that the structures were originally that of a temple. Asif Ansari.
Well, Madhav, good evening. Before I start, I just want to recall all the judgment of the Babri Masjid which has come. The Babri Masjid verdict has come on the belief system. It was never been proved that the temple was under the Babri Masjid. While finding everything, the ASI has never proved that there was any kind of temple was beneath the Babri Masjid, and the judgment was given under the belief that the Hindu believed that it was there, a Ram Mandir was there. That was the first verdict that has come from the Supreme Court. And then now the intellectuals, peoples and the Muslim class has always shown the concern that this judgment will provoke the other elements, the Hindu elements. Mostly all Hindu peoples are not belonging to this kind of making chaos and further contradictions in the country. They maintain
Sir,
peace
whatever
and
you
prosperity.
believe is making chaos, for the moment we have to go by what the court says. And if the court has not found merit in that, then certainly we will have to abide by that. All citizens will have to abide by that, whether you agree or disagree.
I am just trying to bring the verdict, that concern which it is related. Since before the Babri Masjid verdict, this kind of opinion was not coming. And what the structure it is being going to. When in the Articles 26, we have the Muslims or any religion have the freedom to manage their religious affairs.
Okay,
now
let Sharad Trivedi respond to that. Sharad Trivedi, the rights of Muslims to manage their own religious affairs, the judgment as far as the Ram Temple, the Babri Masjid dispute is concerned, saying that even in that there was no structure of a temple found. Do you agree with Asif Ansari?
The Ram Mandir judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court has been very clear that there was a pre-existing non-Muslim structure which predates the masjid by at least 1,000 years, which was in existence there. So that chapter has already been closed. Here in this particular matter, the Archaeological Survey is the sole custodian of this property, and there should not have been a masjid committee in the first place. The second thing is that there is a procedure that has been laid down by the so-called secular people that nudge nudge creep creep, you just walk in, then you occupy, then you create some ruckus, you create a situation, you bury somebody out there, as has already come out in your report, that you bury somebody there and then couple of people go there, put a chadar there, and then the prayer starts, and that's the end of the story of any pre-existing place of worship before. In this matter, the Supreme Court has already taken cognizance of the offence. The Supreme Court has passed a stay order in this matter. So no alteration, no movement which can alter the place of worship can be done by anybody whatsoever. And this process that the Muslim side has initiated, that they want painting done, because through painting and use of plaster of Paris, you can create such an atmosphere that the judgment of the court itself will get biased, because something you write Quran, you write the ayat of Quran, and then the structure will belong to a particular community. So in this matter, the Supreme Court has taken cognizance, and the High Court has only said that
courts have taken cognizance of the matter. And in fact, let me bring in Kapish Srivastava of the Samajwadi Party. Kapish Srivastava, इस तरह के पेंट से आरोप ये लगाया जा रहा है, विष्णु जैन भी यही कह रहे हैं, बीजेपी प्रवक्ता भी ये कह रहे हैं कि शायद इसके नीचे क्या छुपा है, उसे छुपाने का एक प्रयास किया जा रहा है. क्या जवाब देंगे?
देखिए, ये जो है पूर्वाग्रह से ग्रसित सवाल है। इस वजह से मैं कह रहा हूं कि अगर किसी पेंटिंग को छुपाना होता तो 1947 में तमाम बार उसके बाद पेंटिंग हुई होगी, तो क्या वो छुप गई? और कौन सी नई चीज की डिमांड की गई थी? कोई इसके स्वरूप में परिवर्तन नहीं होना था। तो बात इस चीज की है कि जब ये माननीय न्यायालय के अंदर केस है, आर्कोलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया एक इंडिपेंडेंट बॉडी मानी जाती है, लेकिन बावजूद इसके भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जिस तरीके से संवैधानिक संस्थाओं के चूल्हे हिला दिए, हर जगह अपना हाथ लगा लिया है, तो ये कह पाना बड़ा कठिन काम है कि वो इंडिपेंडेंट है कि नहीं।
बीजेपी की बात छोड़िए, कभी से सिंपल सवाल पूछ रहा हूं मैं आपसे, एएसआई मॉन्यूमेंट्स में फ्लोरिंग के साथ ऑल्टरेशन करना, पेंटिंग करना, क्या ये अलाउड है? आप भी जानते हैं एएसआई प्रोटेक्टेड मॉन्यूमेंट्स होते हैं।
मैं आपको बार बार कह रहा हूं कि एएसआई ने आज तो उसको प्रोटेक्ट किया नहीं है, वो तो बहुत पहले से कर रही है।
वो कह रहे हैं कि हमें वहां जाने ही नहीं दिया जा रहा, सर्वे करने नहीं दिया जा रहा। ये एएसआई की ऐसी रिपोर्ट्स भी हैं अगस्त पिछले साल से, अगर आपको जानकारी होगी इस बात की।
ये सारी चीजें पॉलिटिकल हैं, और अब मैटर क्योंकि सब जुडिश है, तो हम सारे लोगों को विधि के पे मान्य करना चाहिए कि हमारे संविधान के तहत जो न्यायपालिका है वो विटनेसेस को अपने साक्ष्यों का परिशीलन करके देखेगी कि क्या हो रहा है और क्या नहीं होना चाहिए। तो बावजूद इसके एक बात हम जरूर कहेंगे कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी और या वो तथाकथित लोग जो हिंदुओं के जो है या सनातन धर्म के ठेकेदार बनते हैं, उनको चाहिए कि एक चार्ट बना लें, और वो चार्ट बनाने के बाद वर्शिप प्लेसेस एक्ट जो है हमारा, उसको पहले मोदी जी जो है वो खत्म कर दें संसद के अंदर, और उसके बाद वो कर दें कि भैया नहीं, एक बार तय कर लो कि कितने मंदिरों को ढूंढा जाएगा, किन किन मस्जिदों के नीचे।
Sriraj Nair, let's take that question across to Sriraj Nair. It's a fair question. Sriraj Nair, if there exists a Places of Worship Act, which has, of course, given a certain sanctity to the Ram temple and in Ayodhya, and has said that all other structures need to remain the same, then perhaps, such demands are not relevant, says the Samajwadi Party, and do away with that act, an act of parliament which the BJP government majority can very easily do. Please respond to that. Sriraj Nair.
See, parties like Samajwadi Party and Congress, they were always into appeasement politics, we all know. Now, this is the Samajwadi Party spokesperson is clearly siding by the Muslim community, which they've been doing always. Now, we all know in our country, there are so many ASI protected monuments, and nobody can do any kind of alterations there without the permission of ASI. Now, this is sheer mischief by the mosque committee to alter or to create alterations in the mosque, and we fully agree with Advocate Vishnu Jain what he has said. This is purely with the intention to hide the reality. Now we want strict action to be, there has to be strict action against the Masjid committee who did all these alterations by removing the original floorings, by doing the paintings on the original paintings. So this is all a sheer mischief with malafide intentions. So the honorable, we demand the UP government should take strict actions against this mosque committee and ensure that the original structure is restored, and a fact-finding committee also should also come in place to find the reality. Why are they not allowing the survey to happen? There is clear malafide intention by the mosque committee. By the mosque committee, backed by the appeasement political parties like
political appeasement के अलावा कपिल श्रीवास्तव, एक सवाल ये भी बनता है, और कई जितने पेटिशनर्स हैं उनका ये भी कहना है कि क्योंकि एक ASI प्रोटेक्टेड मॉन्यूमेंट है, ये प्लेसेस ऑफ वर्शिप एक्ट के दायरे में नहीं पड़ता। क्या कहेंगे आप इस पे?
देखिए, ये तो आप घोषित कर सकते हैं, केंद्र सरकार के अधीनस्थ से काम करती है, और मैं तो इस बात को कह रहा हूं कि जब माननीय न्यायालय के अंदर है तो वो न्यायालय विचार कर लेगी। लेकिन अगर मैं एक बात कहता हूं कि जब 1947 से पहले पूर्वज की स्थिति को बनाए रखने के लिए वर्शिप प्लेसेस एक्ट लाया गया, तो अगर वो एक्ट वाकई में प्रिवेल कर रहा है तो इसको सोचना चाहिए ना मोदी सरकार को। कथित रूप से तो वो कहती है कि हम हिंदू के ठेकेदार हैं, तो हम तो वही कह रहे हैं कि अगर हिंदू के ठेकेदार बनते हो आप, तो एक काम कर लो, इकट्ठा बता दो किस किस मस्जिद के नीचे कौन कौन सी मंदिर खोजनी है, एक लिस्ट बना लो। और दूसरी चीज ये कि सब एक साथ कर लो ना, वर्शिप एक्ट को खत्म कर दो। आपको तो खत्म करने में बड़ा मजा आता है।
Okay, you are repeating the point essentially, but Sharad
वो काम नहीं करेंगे, वो काम नहीं करेंगे।
Question for BJP that declare which are the mosques under which you believe there are temples, and also make such a list and once and for all end the Places of Worship Act. That's the argument from Samajwadi Party. Please respond, Sharad.
Madhav, I want to make it very clear once and for all that Places of Worship Act is not applicable on these, temples, because Places of Worship Act does not cover places of historical and archaeological importance. And as this place is of historical as well as archaeological importance, any decision which has to be taken with vis-a-vis these places can only be taken by Archaeological Survey of India. Like the Qutub Minar, that is maintained, cleaned, drained, whatever is to be done is done by Archaeological Survey of India. Humayun tomb is currently undergoing repairs by Archaeological Survey of India. Any of the descendants of Humayun is not permitted to go there and do any renovation. And especially in this particular matter, as the matter is sub judice, they have no business even to go in for cleaning. It is thanks to the Honorable High Court that they have permitted them to do the cleaning. Even that is not permitted. Because it's an archaeological protected monument by Archaeological Survey of India. And Archaeological Survey of India, which was the custodian of this property since 1910, has not been permitted to go and visit the site itself.
Right.
There worship taken place. There was Mundan ceremony. There was Yagyopavit Sanskar. There were other ceremonies which were taken place, which was stopped by Samajwadi Party in 2012. So the problem is we are not to interfere with this. Even the cleaning is not to be permitted. But what were the facts presented before the Honorable Court that they permitted the cleaning? This is an Archaeological Survey of India protected monument, period. That's it.
कबीर श्रीवास्तव, सफाई भी अलाउड नहीं है, वो तो कोर्ट ने इन पिटिशनर्स को अलाउ किया है, मॉस्क कमेटी को अलाउ किया है, और ये कहना है बीजेपी का। जवाब दीजिए।
देखिए, यही तो हास्यास्पद है ना कि हमारे मित्र वकील भी हैं और एक तरफ कह रहे हैं कि ये भी नहीं करना चाहिए था और दूसरी तरफ कह रहे हैं कोर्ट ने कर दिया। यानी कि आप मान रहे हैं कोर्ट ने गलत किया। कह दीजिए कि आप कोर्ट ने गलत किया।
कोर्ट ने रंगाई की भी परमिशन नहीं दी है। ऐसा इतना भी सिंपल नहीं है मामला। कोर्ट ने जो वहां पे उनकी परमिशन थी कि पेंटिंग की जाए, उसकी भी इजाजत नहीं दी कोर्ट ने।
चलता है कि जिस पक्ष को उन्होंने क्लीनिंग की इजाजत दी है, कब्जा उसका माना जा रहा है। पोजीशन जो है एक स्वामित्व का बहुत बड़ा द्योतक होता है हमारे।
ये तो हमारे The party that has been allowed to clean is the party in possession. The possession has been proved, says SP.
बिल्कुल, अगर नहीं होता तो फिर नहीं दिया जाता।
जवाब सुन लीजिए, शिराज नायर, respond.
See, as I said, Samajwadi Party has always been advocating and supporting the Muslims, and they have been always into appeasement. We all know ASI protected monuments. Nobody can touch it, nobody can alter it. And these people the mosque committee has altered it. So this is absolutely wrong. What he has been saying is purely a selective side. I again reiterate, the mosque committee has to be taken to task. A strict action should be taken against the mosque committee. That is what is our submission.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. In fact, Sharad Trivedi, Shiraj Nair, Asif Ansari, Kapil Srivastav, certainly, of course, all eyes will be as far as what the court has to say following further hearings after the ASI submission of its report and what it really adjudicates as far as this entire dispute surrounding the Sambhal mosque structure is concerned. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. Slipping into a very quick break.